guys, and welcome back to the channel, The Bass Fisherman. This channel talks about those good old basic things you learn as a bass fisherman. Coming from 20 years experience as a bass fisherman, specifically bass. You can also check out my other channel on YouTube where I go out and fish all over Charlotte, North Carolina. Originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, so I go out and fish local lakes, ponds, creeks, whatever's out there. And surprisingly, in Charlotte, we do have creeks that are possible to fish. They have brim, smallmouth bass, spotted bass, not smallmouth, but spotted bass, and also I've seen bass in creeks, man, like little normal creeks. So recap, last time I talked about Texas rig. I said the GOAT, what I posted, the GOAT of lures, and that is the worm, Texas rig style worm. There are many variations. I just kept it, simple, basic with the Texas rig style. It's an easy setup. It's a very simple lure. If you're new to bass fishing, very, very simple lure to use, and it's guaranteed to catch. It's guaranteed. I say guaranteed. It's guaranteed to catch a fish or a hit. Especially if you're out early in the mornings. I use the example, like most fishermen, if that isn't working, once you throw top water and different things like that, usually I go back over that certain amount of space that I've fished already. If I'm throwing like a lipless crankbait Colorado blade or a swim bait, those are kind of the basic things that bass fishermen throw, really basic stuff that do catch fish, do have good results. And once I've fished that certain distance, I'll go back over. I call it cleanup. It's a good way to be certain you haven't missed any fish, or that big fish just might not be wanting something. Maybe it's full up, and maybe it's just sitting or bedded. You never know. You might catch that 5, 6, 7, 8 pounder, or even possible 10. So today we're gonna, of course, the episode 1, season 1 of the Bass Fisherman. We're gonna be covering, doing a lot of teaching. We're gonna be covering the basics. So today we're gonna be covering one of the most important things in bass fishing, and that is the fishing rod. So this is like just a simple breakaway rod where you can, take this off, put it back on. Most importantly about it, understanding the fishing rod, the purpose of the rod. This is your eyes and ears, man, at the bottom, because unless you're fishing clear water, and even so, this will tell you a lot of what's going on at the bottom. This is your indicator, and I'll say, time experience, especially if you're throwing ground and pound, and you're starting off with a Texas rig style worm weighted with a bullet weight. I would say learning how to do that and sense the bottom, and that lure helps to do that. When you're fishing, helps you sense, if it's just a rock or you're tagged or a fish is playing with or hitting it. And again, it takes time experience when you're first getting out there and learning how to bass fish. This is your eyes and ears for the bottom when you're learning the different rhythms, the different strikes these fish do. Especially bass can be very aggressive. Spotted bass even more aggressive, and they tend to fight extremely hard. And getting the right rod, man, as a beginner, I would suggest investing, $25 to $30 in a rod. You have to go super expensive. You can go to Walmart. Walmart is doing it big, man. I don't know what's going on. Walmart, they've been having some great stuff. They even have the Whopper Ploppers now, and they have a lot of good stuff there. I would suggest going there, or if you just want to go get, the Bass Pro Shops, they have people there that can walk you around, that talk to you, that will talk to you and talk about the setup. A lot of times I suggest going to Bass Pro Shops because they have, like I said, they have people that, you know, that's their job, to show you around, to show you the ropes, to show you how to pick out a rod, reel, different things like that. So a lot of times I suggest going to Bass Pro Shops. Of course, I got the Bass Pro hat. That's my, man, to me, that's like going to heaven, man. I love going to Bass Pro Shops. And so this is a medium light rod. This is like a basic rod, man. You can catch catfish. I pulled in a bowfin on this, man. I've caught, you know, 8, almost 9 pound largemouth bass on this, and you can go small. So this is a very versatile rod, open cast rod. I suggest getting open cast. The other rod, the new rod, the new thing where you just the click one, the more advanced one, you know, it takes time to and skill to learn how to do. This is just basic. You basically, you know, when you're about to cast, of course, hold this out, and then you cast out. Practicing casting, I suggest that as well. Targeting certain distances, certain things when you're out fishing. Again, I'll say, you know, trial and error, going out and practice. Every sport, everything takes time. It takes practice. And the biggest thing, getting the rod down, learning this. This is your go-to, man. And one of the biggest things I didn't learn when I first started is learning the drag. Very, very important, and that drag is tight. Very, very important thing to learn how to learn is the drag. Now that's a good set note. I would say that's a nope. I said that about that is a good setting. You can adjust it, your setting, based on the fish. This would be kind of a normal setting for a bass, man. It's about a normal setting. You know, you can adjust, and then if it's even, you know, I'll say when it's, I mean, I pulled in, let's see, about right here. I pulled in like 8, 9, about an 8, 9 pound bass on it. And so learning, setting your drag, extremely important. Checking your line, see if it's braided or messed up. Very, very important when you're out and when you're out and you're interested in fishing, and you know, you picking out a rod. Medium light rods, very, very, very good rod, open cast rod. And also, I always say in my videos, if you can't get the expensive one, get the expensive one under it. If not that one, under that, because your line is very, very important, man. And maintaining it is very important. Make sure your reel is good, tighten up, loose, not any cracks or any dents or anything like that. Make sure this part is in, because that's actually flew up before. But checking your line, making sure it's not freighted or messed up, or, you know, if you need to switch it, you know, you switch it. But drag is very important. I wish I would have learned that when I first started. I missed probably 5 or 6 nice fish because I didn't understand the drag. And so today, I mean, very, very simple, basic thing. Like I said, to kind of recap a little bit, medium light rod is a basic rod if you're a new beginner, man. Learn that. And the lure I covered, you can go back and watch the video. Texas Rig Style is a good lure to start off at, that you're going to catch fish. You're going to get some hits, some strikes. You're going to catch some fish. You're going to, you know, it's ranked a higher chance than using swim baits and different things like that. It takes a little bit more skill set to use certain lures because the striking's different for different lures. The most vicious strikes I've ever seen are when you throw in a frog lure. Vicious strike, man. And even with swim bait, it's vicious. It's a different hit with swim baits because the fish tend to bite off the tail. and to weaken the fish. They rip off the tail, the back tail of the fish, and they go for it. They go for it again. So it's like a double strike. But with a Texas rig worm, they slurp it. They literally slurp up that lure, and in seconds they can be moving. And when it's tight, and I'll talk a little bit more into that on next video, setting hook and different things like that, hook sets. But just starting off, invest in your line. I've seen prices around like 13, 14 bucks in the line. And again, I would suggest going like Bass Pro Shops, where you have somebody that's on spot. They can show you the ropes, walk around in different places, selecting lures. And a lot of the worms that I mentioned, lures I've mentioned, Texas rigs, open knot hooks. Bass Pro has anything you probably can think of, they have it. So it's a good place to go. Again, mastering your rod, learning the different vibrations of the rod, and what's going on, memorizing if it's a stick rock or if a fish has it or not, if they're just messing around with it, or if they're not really serious on hitting. And all those things, it's in time. Like I said, it takes time, practice to learn the skill of bass fishing, and also the lures. Texas rig style worms are very simple because the fish just slurps it up. And when it comes to hook set and things like that, I'll talk about that later. And so, very simple video teaching today, and a little bit of mindset. Learning your rod is very, very key. Taking care of your line. And so, guys, until next time, I will see you later.